Casa. In today's video, I will be walking you guys through 2 Valentine's DIYs. I do have 3 in this video, but the footage for one was lost, so at the end I kind of go through really quickly how I got the project finished, and it's very simple to do, so you guys are welcome to give this a go yourself. So without further ado, let's get to crafting. For our first Dollar Tree DIY, we are going to be using this love sign. On the back of it, it is a solid wood color, and on the front it has the metal love. So I'm going to be using the back side of it. I'm going to be using some table scatter as well as some DIY stickers, and I haven't decided exactly which ones I'm going to use at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the ones that I have. I'm going to be using this berry garland. This garland is in the pink. They do have a red, a purple, and a white as well. I'm going to be using the Craft Smart pink paint as well as the pink chiffon. And I'm going to start by taking the love sign off of the front of it because I am going to reuse that part of it. And then once I get that off of it, I'm going to also take the hanger out, and I'm going to use some wood filler to fill in those holes. I'm just going to get those holes filled in really good and let that wood putty set for just a little bit. And then I'm going to lightly sand it, and then I am going to begin painting. I'm going to start painting with the pink chiffon color because it is the lighter color. And then once I get that colored really good, I do actually put 2 coats on there. I'm going to go in with the pink color. It is darker, and that's going to bring in some dimension and some depth to this heart. And that's what I'm really trying to create with this, because it is going to be outlined and it's going to have the stickers on it. So I want to make sure that it has the depth and the color that I'm looking for on here. So this is the first coat of the pink chiffon, and then after I get this one on and let it dry a little bit, I will go in with that second coat, because you can see here just with the first coat that it doesn't have very good coverage on it. So it's going to use 2 coats, and then I'll go back in with the pink and create that depth that I was talking about. Okay, so here is the pink that I'm going to be going in with. I'm just going to put this mostly in the center, and then I'm just going to use my brush to spread it out and make sure it has the darker color around the middle of the heart. Okay, after I got the color that I wanted on this heart, I went ahead and glued down my love sign. I did use hot glue to do this, and you guys be careful when you're doing this because the glue gets the metal really hot and it does set fast, so you have to also work really quickly with this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use that berry garland, and it is about 9 feet long, so I'm actually going to fold it in half so that my heart, see, this is a single strand right here, but I'm actually going to go ahead and fold it in half and then kind of twist it a little bit so that it gives it more of a thicker look around the edges of my heart. After I get this twisted together the length that it needs to be, I'm going to go ahead and start hot gluing this down. I'm going to start at the top center point of my heart, and I'm just going to work my way around the edges. I am being careful not to get this glue on my hands, but you guys remember they have the little silicone finger protectors that they sell at Dollar Tree in the crafter square. So those are an option, as well as you can use a stick, a little popsicle stick or a kebab stick or anything like that to help you hold this stuff down into place so that you don't get your fingers burned. But I'm just kind of being careful right here to try to avoid the glue, and I'm just slowly working my way around the edges of this heart. After I get my garland wrapped all the way back around to the top point of that heart, I'm just going to cut those wires right there, and then I'm just going to curl them around and kind of tuck them under, just like so it kind of matches what the other side looks like. And then I'm going to start going through my stickers, trying to decide which ones that I'm going to use. As I'm going through the stickers, I decide that I really don't like the red for it, and the pink is almost the exact same color pink as the heart. So I decide that I'm just going to be using the little wooden ones, the ones that look more natural and more plain. I did decide that I wanted to keep this heart more in the pink genre, so I wanted to kind of stay away from that red, and I didn't want the pinks to clash too closely together, so I did go ahead and use just those solid wood ones. And you can see in this pack here that this wood one is a little bit different shaped. It has like more of a little swirly on it, so I did want to go ahead and use that one as well, and I think it turned out really cute. I do want to say that I used a little dab of hot glue to help secure these in place. For our next DIY, we are going to be using this little True Love tag that I found at the Dollar General. I just paid $1 for it, but it is a little bit more plain and it doesn't have a lot of beads on it, so I'm going to be dismantling this and doing some work on it myself. I'm going to be using some of the beads that I ordered on Amazon during my Christmas season, and they did have 3 different sizes, but I'm only going to be using 2 here, along with some red paint, the natural jute cord from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to also be using the pink paint that I used in the first project. And I'm just going to cut this apart, and I'm going to take all the beads off, and then I'm going to take the rope off of it, and then I'll get ready to get started on painting some beads and figuring out my design for that. And run my jute cord through the top part of the heart where the original one was, and then I'm going to tie that off, and I'm going to leave a pretty decent length of cord out so that once I get ready to start stringing my beads on there, I know I have enough cord that there'll be enough space for me to put as many beads as I want on there. So I did pull out a good bit of it, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut that, and I'm going to put a little dab of hot glue on the end of it to go ahead and make that a point, so that when I get ready to thread my beads on there, that I will have a little starting point to work with, and my beads will be able to go on easier. Right now I'm just going to kind of go in with my smaller beads and see if they will sit kind of snugly down into the top part of that heart, and then I'm going to begin working on a design or pattern of how I want the beads to be. And I do decide to go with 2 small beads, and then a big medium-sized bead, and then so on and so forth. And I'm going to start with the 2 small beads next to the heart, and then I'm going to do a medium-sized bead, and then 2 small beads, and so on and so forth. So I've got my medium-sized beads on just a kebab from the Dollar Tree right now. And I'm also going to put my smaller beads on there, but I'm trying to figure out my pattern so that I make sure I paint enough beads and I don't have too many painted either. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of thread those on there, and then once I get them on there, I'm going to go ahead and start painting. I'm going to paint the medium beads with the red paint, and I'm going to paint the small beads with the pink paint. And I think that to put your beads on these little kebab sticks and paint them is the best option for you to do if you're going to be doing indoor painting. It's not always convenient to get your stuff set up outside to paint, so this is way easier. I know during the Christmas season I did set my beads up on some cardboard outside and spray paint them, but I think this is a little bit easier, and it does help you keep everything a little bit cleaner, so this was a great idea. After I have all of my beads painted and they are dried, I'm going to go ahead and start stringing them. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the pink ones, and then I'm going to put the medium red size ones next. So it's going to alternate by size and color. Once I get all of my beads strung on here, I'm actually going to go ahead and start making this into like a little slip knot at the end, so that when I get ready to put my tassel on here, I can just slip it on there and it will tie pretty good. So I put the slip knot on there, and then I'm just going to tie another little knot right around it, and then I'm going to start by making my tassel. And I'm going to make my tassel by taking off a big length of the string, and I'm just going to start twisting it around my hand, so I have my fingers opened up as far as they'll go. You can use
a paper towel roll, a toilet paper roll, anything like that you want to do, a piece of cardboard or anything like that. And then I'm just going to wrap it a lot. And then once I get it wrapped as much as I want it wrapped, I'm going to take some of the twine and wrap it around the top. And I'm going to cut that center part out so that it just hangs there. And then I'm going to twist this around and hot glue it into place. And then I will slip it on to, I'll slip the end of my slip knot through the tassel, and I will glue that into place as well. So once I got the tassel on one end, I am now making a tassel for the other end, and I'm going to use the same technique. I'm just going to wrap it several times around my hand, and then I am going to string the little true love sign through there. I'm going to wrap it around the top, hot glue it into place, and then you guys will see me cut the centerpiece so that you can see where the tassel actually develops from. I'm just twisting this until it kind of gets to the end, and then I'm just going to hot glue it. And the part that I push through there that's close to the true love sign, I'm just going to hot glue it into place and then cut off any excess, and then cut the ends of it. I will try to have the beads that I'm using in this project linked in the description box down below. So you guys make sure if you guys want to use these in any of your projects, you go and order those. There is a ton in there, and I think it's like 500, so great purchase. And here are my completed projects. I do want to tell you guys that the little picture frame that I'm going to show in a few minutes, I don't know where my footage for that project went, but I did do it, and I will tell you guys how I did it. I think these turned out really cute. I do love the pinks and the reds, and then I also have some naturals in here as well. This XOXO sign I got at the Dollar Tree, and I didn't really do anything to it other than put this little beaded rope on it because I felt like it was the wood color and it already looked really natural. It's really pretty exactly how it is, so I didn't do anything to it. I wanted to keep it in its natural state, so I just set it up. This is the little picture that I was telling you guys about. It is just a Dollar Tree bag, and then I put it in an 8x10 Dollar Tree frame, and then I just put it in one of their picture holder things, and that's how it turned out. So I really love them, and I think they're all adorable.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put these DIYs together. I know some of the items came from the Dollar Tree and some came from Dollar General, and then just a few little bits and pieces from here and there, but I think they all came together really cute. I think they all look really adorable. I'm so happy and so pleased with the way that my Valentine's decorations are going so far. I hope yours are going well for you as well. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, I hope you will consider liking this video as well as subscribing and turning on your post notifications so you get an update every single time I post a video, which is normally on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. As I posted in my Facebook group, I wasn't feeling that well this past week, so I did not post on Wednesday. I am sorry about that. I will go ahead and apologize. I will link this one in my Love is in the Air playlist, which is all about Valentine's and romance and of course love being in the air. So I would appreciate it if you guys would go back and check out those videos. I will also link my Christmas on the Cheap playlist so you guys can go back and see any of those videos about how I spent my cozy Christmas themed Christmas. If you are so inclined to do that, I would appreciate it. So yeah, if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here, thanks again for coming back, and thanks for watching.